But now I see this staff for a couple of weeks, and I see DJ Lagway continue to flounder. And the questions that I'm asking now are, was I sold a lie? And I think I can answer that question, and the answer is yes. Yeah, if Lane comes in here, and hell, if any head coach comes in here, I would expect a clean sweep of this staff outside of Billy Gonzalez. Billy G, legacy of this program, knows what it takes to win. I'm very happy that he's the interim coach right now, even though he won't be considered for the job in the future. Jabbar Jalouk, run game's been solid. Got a lot of respect for him. He slapped a player on LSU before the game and got suspended. Probably can't have that. Probably can't have that in the next regime. Two offensive line coaches, and the offensive line outside of Jake Slaughter has sucked. It's sucked. On a game-by-game basis, it is at best inconsistent. Two offensive line coaches. Okay. Russ Callaway, offensive coordinator, tight ends coach, wasn't trusted to even call the plays. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes there. I know it's just whoever's in DJ's ear with the headset. Yeah, sure. The offense has not. What's changed? What's been different about it? I mean, we released Trey Wilson. That was nice, and then he got hurt. Okay, another Sunbelt hire from Billy Napier. Ryan O'Hara. That's the one I have the biggest issue with. Started his career Mount San Antonio College and Santa Monica College, 2013. Alabama A&M offensive coordinator. QB coach under Billy Napier at Louisiana, where they did not throw the ball, 2018 to 2021. Then he jumped ship to Florida. Phenomenal. 3 quarterbacks under him. Anthony Richardson, 6 wins in his first and only year as the starter. Made no significant mechanical improvements his entire tenure as the starting quarterback of Florida. Not one. The Indianapolis Colts drafted him 4th overall because he's a freak of nature, freak talent athlete. And he didn't even have that many snaps under his belt, so they took a chance on him. But it was certainly not a product of Ryan O'Hara that Anthony Richardson was that big and that strong and that fast. Graham Mertz came in. He got drafted in the 6th round. He was already a finished product. I love Graham Mertz. I miss Graham Mertz, especially after this season. But he's a mediocre game manager. That's okay, but that's what he is. Didn't have the arm, but he was pretty accurate, didn't turn the ball over too much, got a lot of respect, but that wasn't the quarterback coach. That's the type of quarterback that Graham Mertz already was when you got him from Wisconsin. That was the point, because that was all you could get after Jaden Rashada didn't sign here. Then you got DJ Lagway, who last season was low-key coached by Graham Mertz. Graham Mertz was on the sideline with a headset every game, and DJ Lagway would go off talking about how important, how critical it was to his development that Graham Mertz was out there as a veteran presence, supporting him, helping him, read the field, get a little bit better in practice, push him every day. And then he gets drafted, he leaves, and I know DJ was hurt. I know he didn't get the reps, but then he falls off a cliff? What? It doesn't make sense. Is DJ to blame for some of this? Sure. But the coaching staff around him, DJ's a kid, been the best player on the field. Every game he's played, age 6 in Pop Warner, through middle school, into high school. Then he went to the SEC. Started out pretty hot, pretty solid. Got hurt. Again. Then again. But even last year, the mechanics were poor. Some of the throws connected over the course of a game, but he wasn't an elite, accurate quarterback last year. 9 interceptions to 12 touchdowns last year. 9 interceptions last year. Good receiver core, all veterans. They knew what to do last year. Elijah Badger, Chim Dike, very solid. Okay. Then he gets hurt again in spring, around February. So that's February to August is game 1. Shoulder injury, so he couldn't throw. He didn't get surgery. He said no, he didn't want it. Okay, he's got 7 months to rehab this. Fine. So he's taking, quote unquote, what we're told, mental reps. I don't know what that means, but I would assume that you would want your quarterback out there at least moving his feet, moving his legs. And then we come into this season and his footwork has not improved a lick. It is exactly what we saw last year. It is exactly what we saw on his tape from high school. He throws off platform. He throws inaccurately. He waits and waits and waits, all these mental reps. He's not throwing until his receivers are already open, not before they're open. And that's leading to more interceptions. He's not just getting picked on deep balls that a DB is adjusting to. He's getting picked over the middle of the field. 10-yard throws down the field. How is this possible? This is a 5-star quarterback with all the tools to be elite. How is this possible? I can't blame DJ for that. He's clearly not getting coached in the way that he should be getting coached. And this is the Sun Belt coaches that Billy Napier brought into this program. There's a reason that when Princely Emmanuelin left this program to go to Ole Miss, and he got coached under Austin Armstrong, another Sun Belt coach, 30 years old, brought in to be the DC of the University of Florida, he said, I'm actually getting coached now, when he went to Ole Miss. And now he's playing on a week-by-week basis in the NFL. This is the talent that Billy Napier brought in. He was a B- coach at best, on his best day, who hired C-tier talent around him on a good day, so nobody questioned the awful judgment he had calling the plays. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I feel bad for DJ. I want him to, if he came back and balled out next year, I'd be super happy for him. But I think he just needs a clean reset. I want him to go get right, maybe get the shoulder surgery that he's looking for. Just really focus. Go to a good program with a good coaching staff that can support you. And if you can do that, then I think he can go out there and actually compete for the Heisman instead of just being a top 10 and falling off the face of the earth.